Hello Internet! What is the online check-in process for a Disney cruise? Let's talk about why you should check in online for your Disney cruise, and let's walk through the process. Your online check-in day is going to vary based on your level of Castaway Club and the length of your cruise. So it could be 75 days, it could be up to 180 days from your sailing date. Okay, so let's walk through what you're gonna need to know, what you're gonna need to do during your online check-in process. The first screen is gonna take you to the guest information tab, and here you're gonna fill out your name, all of the passengers' names, the addresses where these passengers live, and an emergency contact for everyone. You can use the same emergency contact, but it cannot be somebody on the ship. It should be somebody on land that they can call in case of an emergency. The next tab is going to be the identification tab. This is where you enter everyone's passport information. This is important. Yes, you can sail without a passport. No, you should not sail without a passport. Sail with a passport. It's always better to have one than to need one. What if something happens and you have to get off at Grand Cayman and fly home because of an emergency and you can't because you don't have a passport? All you have is a birth certificate. Just get your passport. It's better. The next tab is pre and post cruise information. They want to know, how are you getting to the port? Are you driving yourself? Are you taking a Disney bus? Is a taxi bringing you? They need to plan for these kinds of things. And the same thing is happening after the cruise. They need to know, are you flying? What is your flight information? What time do you have to be getting out of the port? So they can assign a bus to you if you have booked Disney transportation from the port to the airport. They need to know your final destination, and I think that's just a survey question, but they want to know. They want to know what form of transportation you're taking. So again, if you parked your car, then they know you're going to drive yourself. The next tab regards the onboard account. When you are on board, everything you charge, everything you buy goes to your key to the world card. It looks just like this. I've got a video on that. Your key to the world card is your credit card on file. If you would rather pay cash, you can do that. You can pick that from this onboard account tab. I always put it on a credit card just because I hate taking that much cash with me on the cruise. Pay for means you will select, let's say I'm cruising with my mother and my sister, and my credit card is on file, right? So pay for means I will pay for their charges. Charging privileges mean they can swipe their card and charge and buy things. So let's say you have a young kid and you don't want your child buying anything, but you will pay for their gratuities, right? That are automatically accrued. So you will pay for, you pick the pay for your child, but you will not grant charging privileges to that child. Port arrival time is next. For Platinum, do not pick a port arrival time. You just show up at whatever time is most convenient for you. Everyone else picks a port arrival time, and from the drop-down menu, it might be slim pickings, it might just be, open availability, but pick the port arrival time that is most likely when you're going to be at the port. So if you know your flight arrives at 10 o'clock in the morning, don't pick the 10:30 port arrival time because you won't be there then. Pick something closer to noon or 1 o'clock. I think these generally run between 10:30 and 1:30. They really don't want people getting to the port before 10 o'clock in the morning just because people are getting off the ship that day. So they've already got a parking lot full of people and a parking lot full of cars and a ship full of people that they're trying to get out, and then the new ship of people is arriving, so they just don't have room for 2 ships of people. So just try to arrive around your port arrival time. Pick a port arrival time that's reasonable for your arrival. It's a suggested time. It's not enforced. It should be, because it can be a real mess when there are so many people that have picked a later arrival time and they arrive early. just because the port is not made for that much traffic, and it can cause enormous traffic jams. The next tab is the review contract tab. Basically, this is the fine print contract that you have to sign before you get on the ship. It just means that they are not liable for certain things. They may not, you know, give you reimbursement if ports change. They, you know, don't have to give you notice. So you can read this. They're going to take care of you. They're not going to take advantage of you. You're still going to get to go on your cruise. It's going to be fine. You can print this. You can have it emailed to you, but you have to scroll all the way to the bottom to click the box that yes, I read it. Next is the port arrival form. This is something you just have to print. Just print it and bring it with you. I have one here, and it will look sort of like this. It has your ship name, the sailing date, the reservation number, and the most important thing is the stateroom number. Okay, so you need to know your stateroom number when you're getting ready to, when you arrive at the port and you're getting ready to go into security. They will ask you your stateroom number and they will scan your passports. So you need to know your stateroom number, and you should have your online port arrival form with you and ready. Have it in your carry-on bag, not in your checked luggage. That is it for your online check-in process. Now, your check-in process has to be done before you can book any activities. So complete this as early as possible, as soon as possible. Complete your online check-in, and then you can book your activities. You can book your beverage seminars, your pallet brunches, you can book kids services, you can book things after you have completed your online check-in, not before. You must complete your online check-in before you book any activities. You can always go back and make changes. So go through it once, and then you can always go back and check and make sure everything is done, but you have to do it more than 2 days before you board because they will close it. If you have any other questions about the online check-in process, I'll be glad to answer any questions that I can. So please just let me know in the comment section down below, and I will do my best to answer them to the best of my ability. You will see me very soon. Have a magical day.